or just Chihaya Moon, I read another book. You guys might like this one. It's called Raising a Bat. Now, towards the end of the video, you guys are going to get a link in the description below if you want to read this book with me. And I'm also going to show you bits and clips of the animation because the art style is a little different. There's color in some things, but there's not color in a lot of things. Now, with this book, we have a very interesting and sad story where our main character, from when he was a child all the way up to his young adult life, was basically rejected by his own father. The premise is that he was, quote, an accident. He wasn't planned to be born. And during labor, his mother died giving birth to him. So his father basically made it to where, and he was probably maybe 3 or 4 years old, basically making him be like, hey, if you want something in life, you got to do it. If you're hungry, you go get your own food. And it was really heartbreaking to see that. And the only time the father remotely showed any affection towards his kid was when the kid got severely hurt trying to make money so he could get something to eat. And they slowly started to bond with each other. But of course, the father found a new woman. And when she was pregnant and gave birth to his daughter, he completely shunned his own son. Shunned him, and when I mean completely, I mean completely. And so it's very interesting that this character, obviously, he's got self-esteem issues, he's got trust issues, he doesn't really know what affection or what love is. Well, what gets interesting is, yes, the title Raising a Bat is the reference to a vampire mix. The vampire's mother is human, and obviously his father is a vampire. But what makes this interesting is we got a lot of love triangles going on. We get a lot of mixing dramas going on between, you know, the two trying to kind of get along with each other. And he really doesn't want to, even though he's feeding this vampire. And nobody at the school knows. Nobody knows he's a vampire. His mother, the vampire's mother, is a nurse at the school, but nobody knows. So that also what was interesting about this book. But you know what really confused me, guys? Is the vampire's age. He looks like he's in his 20s. But in one incident, his mother actually says, yes, he might look like an adult, but he actually has the heart and mind of a child. Even his own father has said that he's not really an adult. He looks like an adult, but he's actually younger. In fact, the vampire wanted to go to the public bathhouse with his father, and the father told him, you know, children are not allowed. So clearly his body is older, but mentally he's like, you know, a toddler. So it was interesting to see that. And the drama is like a roller coaster, guys. It is going to go up and down, all around. But what's good about it, it gives you a moment, a box of drama, then calm, little bit of drama, and then it's calm again. So it's not like, and there are times where you think they're going to get along. Now, even though in one of the scenes the boy says, I've already slept with this guy, not really. I didn't see any sex. All I saw was just a kiss and then they went to sleep. And I don't count that. And what was really interesting is, I'm not going to spoil what happens with the father and the son, but I'm just going to let you guys know there was a touching scene where the boy who loves this author of these books, and he collects all the books every time there's a new one out. It turns out that's the vampire's father. He meets the mother, he meets the father, he finds out this, and he's jealous that this guy's got the life he wanted. He wanted a normal family. Well, some drama happened with the boy's dad to where he made it to where the kid couldn't live where he was living. And the boy doesn't call the vampire for help. He called a co-worker, which I thought, well, that's interesting considering these guys said you could come back anytime you wanted. So and they just did an update on this book, so I'm going to read that little page. Sometimes they do updates really, really quick. They're actually working right now on an update for Blood Bank, if anyone's reading it. I just checked last night. They only have one page open, and it's just telling people, hey, we're getting ready to, you know, bring out some new chapters. I'm actually reading several books right now. The three that are out right now, including this one, I'm reading Blood Bank, I'm reading Killing Stalking, and I'm reading Raising a Vampire. I've decided, you know, this book was kind of short. There's a lot of chapters to it, but it was kind of short. So, what I've decided with my channel, guys, I'm still going to do anime, but I'm going to do the books. Please excuse my dog. He does not know that Mother is trying to record, and he feels it's necessary to do that to the poor cat. Do forgive him. So, I've decided that I'm going to do the yaoi reviews on the books. Now, I'm only going to give you guys books to read that I find interesting. And this one really tugged at my heartstrings towards the end. I was so relieved to know that there is a good ending. There's a happy ending. We start seeing this guy who was so sad in his life, who was so depressed, had no self-confidence in himself, just start to slowly bloom open. And it was so sweet. And it really made me think on how are they going to top this? You know, because I don't know about you guys, but I like it when it can just end on a nice note. We don't need anything else. But that doesn't mean that they should just, you know, up and stop, you know, in the middle. But the animation is slightly different. The art style is really good. You know, like I said, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of just a little bit of the art style. And hopefully you guys will read this book with me. And maybe leave me some comments on how you feel. It's the same for all the other books. You know, for Blood Bank, I have an associate at work who's actually reading Blood Bank, and we're discussing it. I have another associate at work. He said he's going to check out Killing Stalking because he is into that kind of stuff. And so I'm hoping you guys, my fans, will join me in these books as well. And if you guys know of any other animes that you want me to review or take a look at, I will. But I do work. I have a full-time position now at my job, so I'm only off during Mondays and Tuesdays. So if I do a review like I did tonight, I've got to have it already set. So when I come home, I can just do it. But, ooh, excuse me. Anyway, there's not much more about this book that I can discuss. As I said, it's really a touch and go. And even the boy's sister, she tries to talk to her brother, but he doesn't want anything to do with them because he felt so rejected by them. He's like, why should I even care? They don't care. Why should I care? And the vampire's father, I forgot what the boy calls him, but he made some valid points. He said, you know, that's still, you know, your only sister. She is your family. You still have to, you know, try to communicate. But anyway, guys, I see our run time and we are out of time. So, as always, this is EmpChihayaMoonDragon. And as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye-bye.
Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight.
Somewhere out there, someone saying a prayer that we'll find one another.